I'm going to ask you guys as a group is, what is your least favorite thing about Frisco? And we'll go in order of my screen, and ladies first. Madeline, we're going to start with you. All right, next question. Now that we're on the topic of food. So what is your favorite place to eat in Frisco? If you could meet one person, living or dead, who would it be? What's the most adventurous thing you've ever done? So Madeline, being a smaller business, I believe, right? New to Frisco or newer to Frisco. What's your viewpoint on this topic as far as how does a smaller business survive given the changing economy and changing landscape within Frisco?
Yeah, well, mine is kind of nuanced, but it's everything that you just said about the old fashioned, the walking into somewhere and meeting someone and seeing how can we both collaborate, how can we benefit each other. So keeping it really intentional in that way, but not neglecting social media and the online aspect. That's kind of my background, and a lot of what I do with the small business is the social media. But where I think a lot of people get that wrong is they don't bring that old school interpersonal aspect to social media. Especially maybe they are a small business, maybe they're a franchise, maybe they're using a lot of stock photos, or they're only using social media to post, but not actually interact, which will actually hide your stuff from being seen if you do that. But yeah, so I think it's learning how to have that balance of building community, but doing that in person and online. And you would be surprised, or maybe you've experienced it yourself, but when you can bring that personal touch to social media and you actually build relationships there, that's just like more exposure for those in-person relationships. So I know that some people that are older, or they just have done things old school for a really long time, they can sometimes be apprehensive about social media, or they feel like maybe it's ingenuine, and it absolutely can be ingenuine, but it doesn't have to be. And so I think if someone, and that's really what we try to do, is do heavy hit on both of those aspects. If someone can do that, they're going to see growth. And it's such an easy way to collaborate with other businesses. Like, social media is making it easier and easier for you to leverage each other's customers, each other's audiences. You can make a post and invite someone as a collaborator, and now 4,000 people who've never seen your stuff are going to learn about you. And so that is what I think is the future, is like not being afraid to go online, but figure out how to do that in a way that's genuine to you.
So, man, you just hit the nail on the head. That's exactly what we're all trying to do as part of this whole networking aspect of the podcast, live stream, radio show, community of different shows. I mean, you couldn't have said it better, Madeline. You nailed it on the head, especially as it relates to local businesses, right? Because, yeah, business in general is building relationships. And if you can authentically do that through social media and online, that's just a missed opportunity that so many people have. And obviously you can specialize and help them with that. But it's so relevant to what we're all trying to do here at the Community Difference. So thank you for sharing that. That was really good insight.
So Brian, yeah. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I was going to say what Madeline was saying too is, remember that a lot of times, like, we're not all perfect fits for everybody, right? Like, I may not be the perfect mortgage fit for every single person, but when they're seeing me, genuinely me, on social media, they can decide if I'm that right fit for them, right? If like the way that I conduct myself, my business corresponds with how they want their business done, right? They want their mortgage experience done. So a lot of times we discount, like you said, you can make it very genuine. You can be yourself on social media and allow people to see you. And it's a free platform, right? Like, a lot of people spend a lot of money advertising, but social media is a totally free platform and a great opportunity to show what your business showcases and what makes you uniquely you, why you got into what you're doing, why you're passionate about your topic, and why you like that, right? So Madeline, you said that you're passionate about health. Like that's why you picked Frisco, right? Because people in the area are passionate about that. And so are you. So they can see, oh, hey, you know what? Madeline says she's passionate about what I'm passionate about. Like that's why I want to seek out that small local business. Mm-hmm. And that's such a cool opportunity utilizing social media in that way.
Well, and the businesses also, it's like they need to figure out, okay, what's my comfort level? Is it Instagram? Is it Facebook? Is it LinkedIn?
Sure.
And go after that. And don't worry about, oh, I'm not on all 3 or all 4. I'm not on TikTok. No, figure out where you're most comfortable at and where you think you're going to, and start developing it and go from there. And that's where people get so overwhelmed because they're like, oh, I need to be here. I need to be here. No. Get where you're comfortable and go at it and show the real you and accept those friend requests. I laugh at realtors or lenders or other people that have 300 friends on Facebook. And I'm like, well, no one sees you then. No one knows you, so it's like branch out because you are your business.
All right. Well, so kidding aside, the topic at hand for the month, what is the future of local Frisco businesses in the changing economy, right? So we've had some really awesome points. I did want to get a few more opinions if anybody has some opinions. Brenda, I see you raising your hand, so I'd love to hear some more opinions on this. Go for it.
Okay, thank you. So I'm going to kind of piggyback a bit on one of the things that Kendra said, and she was kind of talking about, kind of just the market in general. And so I'm a real estate broker. I pay close attention to that and all of the numbers. And what I'm seeing from that will impact us locally is we are seeing from Lawrence Yoon, who's the chief economist of the National Association of Realtors. So there I go quoting, big names and numbers, which are not really my game either. I'm more of a person to person kind of thing. But that said, the reports are showing that our decline in home sales has been the greatest since both 2008. So we all kind of remember 2008, all of us here do, or 1995. Now, the good thing about that, because I am the eternal optimist, the good thing is it is expected that we've hit kind of the bottom there. Interest rates are starting to come back down a little bit. All of that is leading us to having a ton of pent up demand. So the projection for 2024, and this is good for all of us because it touches all of us, the projection is that our Texas market is going to be among the top in the nation for pent up buyers and sellers. So sellers who've been kind of holding on to things, thinking, gosh, I've got to get great interest rate. I don't want to get rid of that. I'm just going to sit here and hold on, are ready to go ahead and move on. And then buyers are ready to buy too. But in Texas, as compared to the country, the number one market in Texas for pent up, or in the country for pent up buyers and sellers, is in the Austin area. Number 2 is our DFW area. And then the Houston area is number 6, and that's out of the country. So we are going to feel that. Now, what I think is good for all of us in a way, we are seeing some commercial shifts, and that still goes back to COVID times when everyone went home to work and a lot realized they could do a lot of great work from home. And so large corporations are starting to consolidate their space. We talked about that. Kendra mentioned a company locally too. And so they're kind of consolidating some spaces. That's an open door for other small businesses though. I think that we're going to see commercial rents come down. And that's an opportunity for a lot of small businesses to get started, and to get started where it's maybe a little bit less expensive than it would have been, say, 3 years ago or 4 years ago. So again, eternal optimist, but I think we're going to see some progress in the way the real estate market and interest rates and even the opportunity for businesses to grow or expand or the start of new businesses. I think we're going to see that in 24. And Brian, you mentioned something about the local restaurants. So for local Frisco people, I want to give a shout out to Do a Trattoria, a new restaurant that just opened. I went there. So Frisco peeps, that's at Warren and Legacy. and it replaced a prior restaurant. I have no connection to them except that it's in my little neighborhood, and I went there just a few days ago. The food was great. So if you've been anxiously waiting on that one to open, Do It Trattoria is now open, and it's a great Italian restaurant.
Well, that's awesome to hear, because I drive by it every single day. I mean, it's
There you go.
right around the corner from my house, and it's on my way to the office. So I literally drive by it daily. And I've been wondering, and I've seen cars in the parking lot, so I knew they had just opened. So it's awesome to hear that they've got good food.
It is good, yes.
Awesome. Good. Yeah, it's so for anybody who's local, it was the old Black Walnut location right on Warren and Legacy. Yeah.
Yeah, it was.
Yep. Perfect. Cool. Well, great shout out. I'll have to get over there over the holidays here. I'm in.
I did want to piggyback. I did want to piggyback on one of the things that Brenda mentioned, and really just talking about the small businesses being a little bit more nimble. One of the things too, the new technology with AI is kind of a blessing and a curse, but it is pretty affordable. So you can kind of use that, leverage that technology for follow-ups for your basic tasks that you do every day. And if you're a solopreneur or a small business, there's a lot of that you can. I would really suggest you really look into it, because it will really multiply the things that you're doing, really like your force multiplier for what you're doing, and give you that advantage over some of the bigger companies. It's a little scary, can be also annoying. That's why I'm a big proponent of, if you got people constantly calling you or texting you on AI, you kind of can figure it out. But there's other applications, so you always want to stay in person. But I would don't ignore the new AI products that are coming out.
That's a great call out, Chance, and we could probably do an entire show just on AI technology, how it helps your business. I know I was never really opposed to it, but I know our fearless leader here at The Difference, Landon, has adopted many AI practices and has warmed me up to the concept. So no, there's a lot of great stuff it can do. And yeah, as we get leaner as a smaller organization or larger, I think it gives even more leverage to the small business owners than it does the larger companies out there. So no, that's great ad. Awesome. Before we move on to our rapid fire, I don't want to cut anybody short. Does anybody else have any other thoughts on small businesses in Frisco?
Yeah, I'd love to chime in on this one, because our experience is probably the total opposite of the real estate world. Business is booming for us. And I think to answer the question in short, the future of business in Frisco is becoming experience-based instead of transactional. So I think in the past, your name alone and your experience and what you've done in the past may have gotten you a sale. I think in the future, it's what experiences are you providing for people. I think the days of buying somebody a bottle of wine or putting some champagne or flowers on the desk, I think those days are over. I can't tell you how many doctors, offices, how many real estate agents are calling us and buying 4 or 5 tickets to give to a client or to give to prospective clients to host them at something in order to set themselves apart. So it leads into partnering. If you're still sitting in your desk waiting for your name to bring people in, I think those days are over. You got to get out and about. And I think that's why sports are thriving. I think sports are the easiest way to connect with the people. So we volunteer through Thrivent. We volunteer with Love Packs. And even the Army, all of these companies tag along with us to go volunteer. Frisco is becoming one of those places where people don't care about what you know until they know that you care about them. So if you're not out doing something and helping and providing an experience, I think that's where you'll continue to see your business kind of go on a decline. But if you can get out and provide some experiences like what Chance is doing with his networking, where people can remember you in a different way and tag your name to a different experience, I think that's the future of where Frisco is going to go. And I think that's why an indoor football team where people can come, they see advertisement at our game, someone invited you to our game, and you can actually meet the players, shake their hands, and get to know them. That provides a better experience than just asking someone to buy.
Yeah, no, I'm sorry, Kendra. I just wanted to say, dude, you nailed it too. You hit the nail on the head, and the whole relational versus transactional aspects of business. That that we've talked about that from day one on the difference, whether it's a community show or whatever. I used to have a show, Real Talk. Kendra was on it. We've talked a lot about that across all the different shows and the difference platform, and that's ultimately what we're all about, right? You're exactly right. The relationship-based business is going to succeed. Based business is not. Plain and simple.
Yep. And I love the old school. That's the old school way, is a relationship business, and that's what real estate, lending, that's truly how you're going to get your business and stay and thrive and survive this year, is be relational in a transactional world, but be relational.
Yep.
Well, and Andre, you touched on it, and I'd be remiss if I didn't hit this point again. The fact that you guys have tickets available, and we, as the difference, will help you give out some of those tickets in order to do exactly what you're talking about, right? Build relationships, give them to clients, bring prospective clients, bring friends, bring family to the game to build those relationships. So, we'll have more details as we go on with the show. But know that if you want access to the Frisco Fighters, come talk to us at the difference, and we can help make that access more accessible. What's up, Paul? Good to see you chiming in, one of our fellow co-hosts. So thanks for chiming in there, Paul. Frisco veteran as well. So what I want to do now, assuming we don't have to go to commercial break, I haven't seen my red stop sign show up in my chat box. So what I'll do is I'll shift gears a little bit, unless anybody else wants to get one more point in on small businesses. Frisco.
I have a very short, quick ad.
Yeah, go for it.
Based off of what Andre said, my dad, he's the owner. I'm the owner, not in title, but in all the hats that I wear. And we do a lot of the in-person events. And we have had 2 business owners that actually are already partnered with meal prep companies tell us, I just can't believe that the owners are actually here doing the work. We are ready to cancel with them and switch to you right away. Just meeting us the first time. And so obviously you want to get to a point where you're delegating, and you're not always doing that, but still making that connection. The value that people place on you being willing to spend time and help them, it's just really exponential.
Yeah, that's a great point, and it's the old school sweat equity goes a long way, right?
Yeah.
No, that's an awesome point. Thank you, Madeline. Appreciate that ad. Okay, well, without further ado, we will get to the rapid fire segment of the show, and what that is I'm going to go around the horn, or I'm going to ask a question, and we're going to go around the horn, and you're going to answer very quickly and succinctly. This is thinking off the top of your head. These aren't pre-canned. These are all things that we're just going to think of on the fly. So, first one, we've kind of sung all the praises of Frisco, if you will. I'm going to ask you guys as a group is, what is your least favorite thing about Frisco? And we'll go in order of my screen, and ladies first. Madeline, we're going to start with you. And then we'll go Kendra, Andre, Chance, Jacqueline, and Brenda. So Madeline, you're up first.
Yeah. The traffic, how long it takes to get from one place to another sometimes.
No, problem with growth, right? Kendra, what's your least favorite thing?
That we don't have a Whole Foods and we don't have a Trader Joe's.
Okay. Those may be solved in the future, but we'll see. Andre, what's yours?
I'll piggyback on traffic.
I can't disagree with you. Chance, what's yours?
Yeah, I'm going to say I'm a little nervous about this Universal and how the traffic's really going to. I know this zero impact thing is. I want to see it to believe it.
Okay, fair enough. Jacqueline, what you got?
Yeah, I mean, I would definitely say traffic is probably the biggest one, but there's a couple businesses that I feel like we're missing. I agree. Whole Foods, Trader Joe's, that kind of makes me a little bit sad, but I know they're coming.
Brenda, what's yours?
I have to go with traffic. And right now at the holiday season, traffic around the mall, that tops even the traffic issue.
Yeah, I do have to agree with that. That's a huge pain because I'm not
I
far
avoid
from there.
the area.
Yeah, that's a huge pain. All right, well, I can't skip out on the question. I'll weigh in on my answer, and that would be the lack of a good pizza place. Josh Dominguez, what's up, my friend?
Hey.
Hey, that's not true. So if you're a New York pizza person, well, you may not be because you're Chicago, so never mind. But my husband is a New York pizza person, right? And Halo Pizzeria, which is in Frisco, they actually did this complicated thing with the water to make sure it's as close to New York water as they could get. So if you want true New York pizza, it's pretty dang good, guys, and it's in Frisco. So just saying.
Which one is it? What pizza place is it, Jacqueline?
It's called Halo.
Halo.
It's kind of on the border with Frisco and McKinney. It's off Panther Creek, I believe.
Okay, have to try it then. Good to know.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want to reclassify or clarify my statement. There is no good Chicago style pizza place for sure. And there are very few good pizza places. So if you are looking for a business opportunity, I'll take a small percentage, but that's the $1 million idea right there.
I was going to say, yeah, you have to clarify on pizza because remind yourself there's New York, Chicago, and Detroit. My husband is from New York. My outfitters are from Detroit. And so they both claim two different pizza styles are the best, right?
Yeah. Well, to each their own. There's only one in my book, and that's Lou Malnati's Chicago Deep Dish Pizza. Boom. There you go. All right, next question. Now that we're on the topic of food, so what is your favorite place to eat in Frisco? And we'll go the same order. So Madeline, you're up.
Honestly, I'm a big coffee person, and that is my meal some days. My favorite place would be Detour Donuts. They're near us. It is a woman-owned business, and they have amazing coffee as well as like fancy, unique donuts.
Awesome. Kendra.
Gallo Nero behind us, near me, or Salsa Tex-Mex.
Love it. Andre.
It's a tough one. I think they know me by name at 54th Street, a good sports bar. They know me by name there, so I'd have to go there.
Chance.
All right, I'm going to give a shameless plug for the Rockin' Taco on Main Street. My buddy just opened it, and he'll be on in a few weeks. So I'm going to give a shout out for Rockin' Taco.
All right, I like that. I checked out his website, and it's an awesome concept. So more to come on that. That's the tease for next week.
Yep.
Jacqueline.
This is a toss-up for me. It's either Kenny's Burgers. I mean, I could eat there like literally every single day. Or Craftway Kitchen, which they've got one in both Frisco and Plano. Their food is phenomenal.
Awesome. Brenda.
I can second some of those food places. I love Gallo Nero. I would say Mi Cocina is always my favorite. Kendra's been there a million times with me. But Mi Cocina, at all of their locations, they're all over the area. And then Three Forks is another favorite of mine that, came to Frisco not too long ago.
Yeah.
You can't go wrong with the Mambo Taxi either. I mean,
that's so true.
you took my joke, Chance. I was going to say,
you gotta.
She's never eaten there. She's only had the Mambos, but it's the favorite place.
You better. Hey, for those of you who are not from Texas, you may want to note that the Mambo taxis have Everclear in them. So don't drink too many if you're a newbie to our area.
You'll fall down.
They used to only serve you two, but I think now they'll let you have more. But used to be you can only have two of them.
That's what I'm saying. So if you're not from our area and you're thinking, "Ooh, I want to try the Mambo taxi that Chance recommended," just don't have too many, or you may not be able to get out of.
You on your rear fast.
I've had a few friends have fallen down. Those will kind of sneak up on you, and especially in the younger years when they were sort of, I think even that for sure Everclear. Sliding down the stairs in Highland Park or falling across, trying to leave. So probably shouldn't say
friends,
that.
Right?
Friends.
I heard stories about those folks.
Yeah. I don't hang out with them anymore.
No, never. Awesome. Well, after the show, maybe a few Mambo taxis and Mi Cocina visit is in order. And my restaurant of choice, I can't remember who said it, but I think it was Jacqueline, Kenny's Burger Joint. That was, I think, the very first place I came to eat when I was traveling back and forth from Chicago to Plano, which is where I worked at the time. And we ate at Kenny's Burgers, and I said, "Man, this is the best freaking burger I've ever had." So
don't skip out on the truffle Parmesan fries. Literally, if I'm on a diet, I have dreams about those fries, y'all. Like, I'm like, oh. Penny's truffle parmesan.
And their fried pickles are some of the best.
Oh yeah,
They
their fried
really
pickles.
are.
I literally ate there yesterday.
Yeah, they are some of the very best. That was always one place that was always on the list that the boys would go. Yeah. When you have 3, they were choosing to eat somewhere.
Awesome. Well, those are absolutely all great choices. We've got time for probably at least one more question. So I'll get out of Frisco and go a little bit deeper. This is a little bit more philosophical. So if you could meet one person, living or dead, who would it be? So this one, you don't have much time to think, and I'm going to go in order of my screen because I forgot our original order. Brenda, you are up.
I knew I was going to be first. And you know who first comes to mind, and you all will laugh at me, and this will definitely age me? Prince.
Love it. Madeline.
I don't want to say mine.
You have to now.
Just say it. It's okay.
Okay.
We're not going to judge
There's no wrong answer.
I'm going to say it. I'm a singer-songwriter, okay? And I'm a businesswoman. So maybe I'll know where this is going. But Taylor Swift. Because not her stuff on the radio, but her actual stuff. She's an amazing lyricist, but she also has done so many creative, innovative things that have paved the way for other people. So I would want to meet her.
Love it. Love it. Kendra.
I have to say the same. Taylor Swift. Sorry for copying, but yeah, that's the first person that came to mind. She's very impressive, and she's just the crap she's gone through, and she's gotten through it, and she's gotten grief for it, but she's held her head high. And so she's impressive. Yeah, that's what I have to say. And my kids love her, which is really funny. My daughter-in-law walked down the aisle to one of her songs.
Awesome. Well, for the record, I'm not going to say Travis Kelce, but we'll save another day. Jacqueline, who you got?
I probably would say the author of my favorite books, so Louise May Alcott. She wrote Little Women.
Awesome.
I'm a big time reader, so.
Love it. Chance?
Taylor Swift. What do you?
You're not getting out that easy. Come on.
Come on, Chance.
No, I would say I'm gonna be a little dorky. I do a lot of leadership training and whatnot, but I think one person would be like Abraham Lincoln.
Love it.
That'd be cool.
Andre, who you got?
Well, I went to Abraham Lincoln High School, so I support that in Philadelphia. But I think my person would be John Madden. I love people who are able to be successful in more than one career. So not only was he a Hall of Fame football coach, but he was also a Hall of Fame announcer. And he also has a business franchise through EA Sports with the football game that has his name on it. So even after his death, he's still providing for his family. So that's a guy I would love to sit down and learn from.
Awesome. And mine would be, I'd love to sit down and have a coffee and then a coaching session with Kobe Bryant.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
That just gave me goosebumps. That's cool.
Awesome. All right. So what do we got? All right. This is going to have to be real quick because we're going to run out of time. But I do want to get one more in. So it doesn't require any explanation since we're short on time. But what's the most adventurous thing you've ever done? Brenda, you're first.
I'm not an overly adventurous person, but I spent some time in Japan, and I went with the do as the Romans do kind of thing. And so I literally ate things out of the ocean by cracking them on the rocks and rinsing it off and eating.
Nice.
Little crazy.
Gross, but nice.
Yeah.
Madeline?
Honestly, probably leaving all of my career fields of social media and mentoring kids to run 2 small businesses and open 2 locations at the same time.
That qualifies.
Yeah.
Kendra?
I'd say having to navigate getting myself and someone home from Athens, Greece, and being there on my own, literally by myself for 10 days. So that was probably the most adventurous, but it wasn't by choice. It was just by force. But that was probably the most adventurous thing I've ever gone through. So.
Gotcha. Jacqueline?
I would say car camping in Iceland, like legitimately sleeping in the car. My husband and I, we drove the whole island. It was pretty cool.
Wow.
Awesome. Chance.
Oh, looks like we're out of time. I would say I've been doing some stuff like floating the rivers in Costa Rica, doing some of that, going through like the little waterfalls, and that was pretty fun.
Awesome. Andre.
I would say being a Philadelphia Eagles fan and moving to Frisco, Texas.
Yeah, that's a lot of
that's
right
very
there.
adventurous. That is
You are living
very adventurous. Quite.
It's probably better that way than the flip side. Dallas Cowboy in
for sure.
Right.
For sure.
Frozen batteries would be coming your way if that was the case.
Well,
I think the most adventurous would be you going to a Dallas Cowboys game with an Eagles jersey on.
I do every year. It's the friendliest place.
There you go. Exactly. Sure, they love that. They love that.
Awesome. Well, I guess real quick, mine would be backpacking the Grand Canyon, going all the way down and up, living out of off of my back for like 4 days straight. So,
oh wow.
All right. Well, that being said, so good rapid fire round. I always love those because the answers that come out totally off the top of head and not scripted. So thanks for sharing, guys. Thank you for being on the show. What I want to do is go around the horn real quick. I want you all to just remind the audience who you are, how to get in touch with you, who you are, what you do, and how to get in touch with you. Brenda, we'll start with you. We're going to go guests first. I'd say ladies first, but all our guests are ladies. So Brenda, we'll go Brenda, Madeline, and then our lady hosts, and then we'll go with our male co-host last. So Brenda, you're up first.
Okay, great. I am Brenda Thompson. I'm the broker, owner, CEO of Home Smart Stars. It's a real estate brokerage. We have about 120 agents, not only in the DFW area, but all across Texas. So we can help you with real estate needs pretty much anywhere in Texas, or I can refer you somewhere else across the country as well. You can reach me at Brenda@homesmartstars.com. My personal website is BrendaThompsonBroker.com. And I think that's probably it. Yeah. And I'm all over social media. So find me on social too.
Awesome. Thanks, Brenda. Madeline.
Yeah, I am Madeline Smith. I am the social media manager and store director for Project Lean Nation Frisco. We are healthy prepared meals. You can get them in store or delivered. We also have progress tracking and nutritional coaching. So we're more than just the food. We're really a whole holistic approach to reach your goals. You can find us at projectleannation.com, or if you want to be linked to our menu and our website, but also see all the fun stuff that we do, see fun reels of the meals, follow us on Instagram at projectleannation_Frisco.
Beautiful. Thank you, Madeline. Kendra, you're up.
I'm Kendra Kennedy. I'm with Stewart Title. I basically work with all of our different offices throughout the Collin County, Denton County, Dallas County area. I sit in Richardson. However, like I said, we work with everyone in our community. But you can reach me at Kendra, my first name, .Kennedy, last name, at Stewart.com. And also on social media at the Stewart Title Richardson. But I'm all over there, and we're just ready to get some contracts done and closed and have a great 2024.
Let's do it. Jacqueline, you're up.
I am Jacqueline Kreider with PBJ Mortgage, and we are trying to make the mortgage process simple. Simple as making a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. You can find us either on our website at pbjteam.com, or you can reach me at jkreider, Crider, at pbjteam.com. You can also call my cell, which is going to be 469-766-4811, and we would always be happy to help.
All right. Thanks, Jacqueline. Chance, you're up.
You don't want to see me. You see me, you're hurt. But I'm at Preston and Lebanon at the emergency room, so don't come and see me. But if you do, it's Preston and Lebanon when you get hurt.
Awesome. Great sales pitch. Andre, you're up.
That's awesome as a football coach. My name is Andre Coles. I'm with the Frisco Fighters indoor football team. Failed to mention that we are managed by the Dallas Stars. So professional means professional. We're managed by the Dallas Stars. So everything that you see done for us is done by them. I can be reached personally at acoles@dallasstars.com, or you can find more information about our team at friscofighters.com.
Awesome. Well, thank you all for being on the show today. Great show, great topic, and you guys all nailed it with your insights. So thank you all for sharing today. Have a wonderful Merry Christmas. Happy New Year if I don't talk to you before then. But once again, we're on next week, same time, 2:30 Thursday. We will be airing in between the holidays. So if I don't talk to you before then, have a Merry Christmas. And if I do talk to you next week, we'll do a New Year's episode. So with that, take care, guys.
Take care. Merry Christmas.
Thank you for watching today's show.